Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to oh my god. Hello everybody, it's Joe being videos on Jimmy Master Animatronics, and what I am showing you guys here is how to repair the Spirit Halloween 2016 YJ swinging Scarecrow's mouth. This is a very common issue. It happens pretty much with everyone made. I mean, our store got a total of, this happened to a total of 3 of them, and it even happened to mine. And the first one stopped working right away, and I really messed that one up. The second one, it happened with that one, but that one's motor in the mouth also started malfunctioning, so it started smoking. And then one got returned, but I ended up fixing that one the right way, but I think it ended up, I think the wire came off again. And then this one. Oh yeah, and even the one last year that we put up display last year, that one stopped working too. Now, guys, the reason the mouth stops working is just a simple wire that's off, and it is fixable. And you do not have to open up the head. That's where I went wrong with the first one that I tried fixing. It's in the body. And I'll show you here.
I never understood people until I took one apart to see how it worked.
You know, sometimes when the wire isn't completely off, the mouth will twitch a little bit and it'll just stop. And then you touch the head and it'll go again and then it'll stop. That's what most of them do.
See what I got here? It's the straw that broke the farmer's back. Come closer.
But this is, it's completely...
Let's see how it works on you.
It's completely off now, though, as you can see. Now, the mouth is like the most important thing on this. And I'm gonna...
You smell just like the farmer.
Now, it looks like the wires are long enough to the point they wouldn't come off, but they still do come off. That's the unfortunate thing. But like I said, it is fixable. What you have to do is take the screw out, get this brat, and then slip a screwdriver, unscrew those 4 screws. See, your problem is, it looks like the wires are not off, but they really are. See, this plug right here, it has no purpose. There's no use. There's no wires. See, they use the same attachment pieces as pumpkin nester and stuff. But this one doesn't have light up eye, so this prawn is just sitting here, not even being used. This one or both of these wires end up coming off from the prawn. And see, like I said, it looks like the wires are long enough to the point where it wouldn't come off, but they do. And I'll show you this in action, and I'll better explain how this is actually a very faulty and really bad design. I'll show you.
Oh, you like my clothes? I got them.
See, there's no reason that should come off. The wires are not even pulling, but somehow they do. Now, this is the problem. Look at how the head attaches. Remember, this front one is not used at all. There's no wires. This back one here is what makes the mouth move. But here's the problem. The head slides off. See how it gets unplugged. So sometimes it's not even the wire. Sometimes it's just the fact that the head inches forward, and just being like that, it's not, if the wire wasn't even off, it wouldn't be moving right now because of it being like that. This is a very big design flaw. What they should have done is, the bad thing is they didn't even add a clamp to the back of the head to hold the head on, because Jimmy used to put clamps like that. But there's so many options they could have done here. If they were going to keep this, the moving mouth, they could have added a clamp to the back of the head, or they could have added this prawn to the front so it wouldn't come unplugged. But like I said, this isn't the problem. The actual wire is off, because if you hold the head back, it would actually move if the wire wasn't off. But the reason why, the unfortunate thing is you can't, well, I mean, you can probably, but you'd have to mod it a little bit. I once tried switching the prawns around, but you can't, because on the inside they're different shapes. But they could have done that in the factory. They obviously didn't test this very well. they didn't execute this design very well at all. Like, look, there's no reason why they couldn't have added that to the front. There's no way that would come unplugged if they would have added that to the front. Like I said, that plug is useless. It doesn't do anything. All it does is help hold the head on, but it doesn't do shit. See, it just slides off. That's where the design flaw is, and I think that might be the reason why the wire comes off, because it puts pressure on that plug for it to be loose like that. I don't know. Regardless, that wire comes off, and it's fixable. It is. You don't have to open the head, thank God, because like I said, that's where I went wrong with the first one. I opened the whole head and everything, and oh, I messed that up so bad. And then the second one, like I said, the wire came off first, and then the motor started malfunctioning, and then it started smoking.
Oh, you like my clothes? I got them from the flaw. He's about 6 feet away from you. Straight down.
See how it twitched there for a second? But see, it's still on. So that's how you know it's the wire. Because if it's completely on like this, and the mouth still isn't moving, that's the wire. But look at how it, see how it slides off though?
Until I took one apart to see how it worked.
But yeah, that's the point of this video. I'm showing how you fix this. And again, it's a loose wire, but I mean, like I said, you can try to make a modification to, you know, hook up a clamp or something to hold that head on. Like I said, the shape on the underneath is different. That's why you can't really switch them around. Trust me, I did think of that. It's just again, it's a very, very bad design. They just did not execute that well at all. If it weren't for that, it would be so much better. Anyways, I'll start taking it apart and show you what you have to do. I just gotta find my screwdriver. Oh, screwdriver was in my pocket the whole time. Okay, like I said, you have to take that screw out, and you have to use both hands. You have to hold this nut with the pliers and then unscrew with your other hand. My camera is on top of a spirit ball right now. And it takes a while, it takes a few minutes to unscrew this because, oh, I even need a bigger screwdriver than this. That's a big screw, it's a long screw. That's... I almost think you could somewhat do this without taking this off as well, because this is this part that you're unscrewing is what holds the shoulders on. But you have to slide a tiny screwdriver up there, so it is better to get that off. It's making it a lot easier. And that screw is in there tight too. Or these screwdrivers are probably sucky too. Jeez. If one of these two don't work, then I don't know. Again, it's just because the camera's on. That's the only reason why. That thing is tight. Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn the camera off for this because as long as I record, something's gonna go wrong. Okay, I got it started, but that screw is already stripping out. Better not strip out halfway out, that'll suck, but at that point I'd be able to unscrew it with my fingers. Oh yeah, that thing's coming out now. Try to get it so you can see, but I don't think you can. But it's a no-brainer. I'm holding the nut with the pliers and unscrewing the screw with my other hand. At this point, you can unscrew the rest with your fingers. Okay, now you just have to unscrew the screw the rest of the way, I think. Not exactly sure if it really needs that nut in there. It seems to hold in just fine without it. But I don't know. Yeah. It probably does though. See how long that screw is? Now this is not like, you know, the other, you know, pumpkin nester and the swamp egg. Those have the upper jaw movement. When those mouths stop working, it's because the pieces inside is snapped, and there's nothing you can do about that. Once they're broken, they're broken. And you're better off not trying to open those latex heads, because I've done that before, and trust me, it made it worse. Because at least it looks nice still, but when you open up those latex heads, it doesn't even look nice after that. Okay, so the shoulders are off now. So it's easier to get the rest of the thing off. And you slide a little screwdriver up there. It's kind of hard. I feel like there's another step, but I don't know if that's right here or when this comes off. It's really hard getting an angle on this thing. I feel like there's a step that I'm forgetting. I feel like there's an easier way, but I don't remember what it was because it's been almost 2 years since I've done this. I can try the finger screwdriver, but I don't know if it'll... And like, look at how loose that is as well. See, that's not very secure at all. Oh yeah, it does come out. Oh yeah, that's what that does. That's what that screw does. That allows you to get it. See, the first time actually the third time I tried that, that's where I didn't know that either. I tried unscrewing it like that. See how much easier that is? Oh, that's one design. That's one design that was good. But this prawn, this could have been so much better. Oh great, there's an ant in here. I gotta kill. Ah! Whatever. Yeah, there's probably gonna be a bunch of bugs in here now from these being in the storage unit. Okay, and here we go. Then you can slide the prawn out, and you see again, it doesn't look like the wires are off, but they're even hot glued. That's the weird thing, is that you would think that since they're hot glued, God damn it, that they wouldn't come off, but it still comes off. Again, I'm not sure why it comes off so easily. Here, oh, look. Or quickly, I should say, because these don't last very long, these melts. I mean, some people I'm sure get lucky and they last longer, but a lot of them, I mean, you can watch a whole bunch of Spirit Halloween 2016 videos, and more than half of them you see the mouth not moving. One, either because the wire is off already, or because the head is not attached properly. It's hanging off of the plug, like I just showed earlier. See, there's two places that they're soldered to. See, they're soldered there, and then the wire that one looks like it's still attached. So the one that's off is probably the orange wire that goes underneath. Again, either one can come off. I can't believe that comes off even though it's hot glued. And you know, I wonder if you could swap. I wonder if you could swap the places, because I actually thought they were different size. I thought one was like a square plug holder, but it looks like you could try. I thought I tried it, but it didn't work. But maybe it would. See, like I said, there's nothing in that prawn at all. Like I said, it's just useless. I mean, the wires are definitely going to be off now, but... Oh, no, see, it is the gray wire that's off. See, it looked like it was attached, but it wasn't. See, it did come off. And you're probably thinking, is this the same with Deadly Roots? I don't think so. Deadly Roots has a component in the board that overheats, that actually fries himself. First the mouth usually goes out, and then eventually the whole thing dies. Sometimes you can get lucky, like the one I got, it was just the motor and I replaced that before it fried. But, because I don't think the wires come off those, but this is glued in well. You know, I gotta pause because it's gonna take forever. Watch, I'll get it right away as soon as I pause. Yeah, I was right, it did get it off right away. Anyways, yeah, we can solder that. See, these wires are plenty long. And plus, they're even hot glued down there somewhere, so even if you take them off that hot glue, they're even longer. Let's see, where are they hot glued at? No, there was somewhere where you could actually get more length in those wires. Oh yeah, they're zip tied. See right here, they're zip tied. If you cut that zip tie, that gives them more extension. And maybe if you do that from the start, the wire won't even come off, because maybe that's the reason why. Because maybe they're zip tied too short, and then it eventually pulls off. Not a bad idea. If you don't want to have to go through the struggle of doing this, look at the wires before you use it, see if they're long enough, you know. Because I don't think nobody did that, and that's why most of them came off. Nobody really observes these things before they use them. I know I don't. Who wants to do that? Okay, so I gotta turn my soldering iron on and resolder that. Okay, so it after you get the hot glue out, it also slides right out. I think this is the part that's different on that prawn, is it doesn't have those grooves, so the thing doesn't slide in. I think that might be, and you got to be careful not to get too much solder on it as well, because that'll prevent it from going back in properly, and then you won't get it. So let's see if we can. Too much fabric in the way. I'm gonna start a fire. I mean, you want to add a little bit more solder though. If you can. I mean, it's goddamn. This is scary. Where's the? See, I still need to buy new wire strippers. Yeah, works good enough. It's broken, but it works. But let's see. Okay, did you see that? I don't know if you can see that. I don't know. So this is what I mean, like, even though this is like, you gotta still probably flatten that solder down a little bit, because I think it being that lumpy will prevent it from closing. I mean, we can try it, but how good is these other wire attached? Because if it's loose, we might as well resolder that one, because if by the time we get it, that'll come off eventually too. That one looks to be okay. But when I am going to cut that zip tie, because I think that is why they pull off, is because it does not need to be zip tied down there. The wires do not need to be held. Yeah, look at this. This orange and gray. This is the mouth moving wire. This is why it comes off. It's zip tied. It doesn't need to be zip tied. See? So it pulls. I mean, even though it's long enough, this is probably, again, that's probably the main reason why it comes off. It does not need to be zip tied. Take that pliers and cut that zip tie. I know they zip tie these to prevent the wires from getting in the way, but if they zip tie them too short, they're gonna come off anyways. Because see, now look at how much more extension it has. It can actually, I mean, it's better. Oops. Where did it, wait, where, just a minute. Okay, so now we're gonna put the piece back on. It slides kind of back in, kind of like a puzzle, I guess. I don't know how else to describe it. It's kind of a tight fit, though. I think there's a, I think it maybe slides in from the bottom. I know there's a simple way to do this, but like I said, it's been almost 2 years since I've done this, so. Trying to push it down. Oh, there we go. The orange wire came off, like I expected. Wait. Oh my god, guys, I had just realized that I was putting in the piece completely wrong. I was trying to put it the other way. I put it in backwards, was trying to squeeze it and get it. It goes in so easily when you do it the right way. I was doing it backwards. So yeah, it slides in. I might need that hot glue. Well, we'll see here. God damn. So hard finding the right angle. Okay. And both wires are soldered. See if that slides in right. It looks to me like that slid in just fine. Yeah. Now, I wonder if I have to hot glue that in. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that's right. That holds it in. Oh yeah, and then the wires go in between these slots here. I should try to. No, this thing is glued in or something. This one doesn't come out. I mean, I'm sure it could, but if you tried, but I'd rather not risk breaking it. You probably could get it to. You probably could flip them around. I think it's just that one. I think it's just that slot that side doesn't have. I think that's why that it didn't work when I tried it. Okay. See, this one isn't that hard. I'm glad they actually made it to where you can actually fix it. You know, where you can actually get to the problem, because there's some of these things they make to the point where you can't even get to the problem that you have. You break something to try to fix the other problem that you break something else when you're trying to fix the problem that's broken. You know. That happens a lot of times, but this one's easy to get to. I like ones like this that are very easy, simple. You know, we're not going into no gearbox or anything, so of course that's even better. There's not a bunch of gears that go flying out, or you don't have to worry about snapping gears or anything. Because I've tried going into a Jack-o'-lantern base before, and I accidentally snapped a gear in there. It was just. Yeah. That was the one that started smoking right away when I plugged it in, because that motor was malfunctioning to bring it back. That was the first one we set up. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, see? Oh, this is it. This is why it doesn't work. See? This is a circle slot, and this is like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A pentagon shape. So that's why it doesn't work. That's why you can't flip them around. Okay. Now put that long screw back in there. Reattach the shoulders. And then we'll see how it works. Oops. But see, these wires aren't going to be pulling really anymore. I don't, like I said, I don't know if they're even pulling in general. They just come off. I don't know. It's just very strange. Oh wow, the foam already ripped for the arms. What a surprise. Or the shoulders, I mean. This is why you shouldn't use just foam. Of course they're not gonna construct the bodies with plastic like they used to. Oh my god, seriously? Just a minute, I gotta tilt this thing. Okay, here's the pliers. There we go. Now we put the nut in. Alright. Alright. These pants are weird. Oh, that screw's coming out of the... There we go. These pants are weird. Alright, let's try it out. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna kill myself. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, there we go.
I got them from the farm. He's about 6 feet away from you. Straight down.
There we go. Works. See, and here I'll show you what I mean.
I never understood people.
See how it stops?
Until I took one apart to see how it worked.
So yeah, it doesn't take much for it to get disconnected from that plug. So I mean, I mean, you definitely can try to find a way to, you know, rig that, but they should have done that. They should have seen that coming when in the factory when they were producing these. They should have been like, hey, this is kind of faulty here, you know. But of course, no. I mean, it's just so obvious. It's a red flag. It's just like, it's so obvious that that's going to be an issue.
See what I got here? It's the straw that broke the farmer's back. Come closer, and let's see how it works on you.
I mean, look. I mean, it's just so loose. It's just not, you know. That's probably why the wires come out. Like again, it's because they're probably zip tied, and at the same time, it's so wobbly and just, it's not stable. I'm probably gonna add hot glue in there, so it doesn't wiggle around so much. But it's just because that screw is in there, it's holding it on. It's just, yeah.
You smell just like the farmer after they dug him up.
And there's how the rocking works if you're interested. There's actually if the rocking stops, there is a belt.
You have a beautiful head. If I can get it off you, it will complete my collection.
See, I don't remember what side it's on. Oh yeah, the belt's in there. So if it stops rocking, the belt is probably off. There's relay switches in there as well, I believe. There might be, I don't remember. There is springs though.
I got them from the farm. He's about 6 feet away from
But yeah.
Straight down.
The only other thing I don't like about this as much is that it is all the way turned up and it's pretty quiet. But this is where the external speaker jack comes in. I'm glad they put the external speaker jack.
To see how it worked.
And that's probably what I'm going to do this year. I'm going to probably order some of those external speakers that Techie sells and hook it up to him because I'm sure it would sound really cool. And another thing is, when these are hanging up, they never stop going. They keep like swinging and wiggling around and they constantly go. They never stop. Because this is one of those sensors that detect from like 8 feet away.
You smell just like the farmer.
Or even further than that.
Dug him up.
See if we're trying to adjust the burlap here so you don't see the foam or anything. But yeah, I hope this video was helpful to you on fixing your swinging Scarecrow. It's very simple. It doesn't take too long. Again, if you're new to it and don't know what to do, you know, I understand because, again, I messed up badly on the first one. I took the whole head apart and it just I accidentally ripped all the wires out and it's from the inside of the mouth. It was horrible. It was horrible. The second one we set up had a really cool looking face. The face looked really different, but that's the one that started smoking because the motor in the mouth, and I wasn't going to mess with that. But yeah, I don't know about the one that we had set up last year.
See what I got here? It's the straw that broke the farmer's back. Come closer.
Because that one stopped talking, and that one did smell like smoke, so I don't know. I'm sure that one's where it came off, but I think the mouth malfunctioned on that too. I don't know. It's gonna go again, I know it. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Fix yours now. You can fix yours now. As you can see, it was very simple. Didn't require very many tools. You don't, I mean, you know, just need a soldering iron, wire strippers. That's it. What I did is what you can do. So, there you go. Hope you guys enjoy. And hope this helped a lot. See you guys later.